Let's talk about Bonnie Blue. Now, sometimes I try not to talk about people like Bonnie Blue, not because I'm scared to give my opinion, not because I'm worried about backlash, but because every time her name appears online, the internet seems to lose its mind. But sometimes on PWC Real Talk, you've got to talk about what's trending. You've got to talk about what people are discussing. And most importantly, you've got to be honest. Because let's be real, a lot of people on social media will tell you whatever gets them clicks, whatever gets them views, whatever gets them attention. As Eddie Guerrero used to say, we lie, we cheat, we steal. Now, before the wrestling fans get excited, this isn't about Eddie Guerrero. This isn't about Chavo Guerrero, although I'd happily spend 20 minutes talking wrestling. This is about Bonnie Blue. Now, love her or hate her, one thing is undeniable. She knows how to keep herself in the spotlight. Every week there's another headline, another interview, another controversy, another social media clip going viral. And recently, I watched her being interviewed on LBC by Sheila Fogarty. Now, I was listening. I was giving her a fair chance. The conversation was flowing. Sheila was asking questions. Bonnie was answering them. Everything seemed fairly normal. Then the conversation took a turn. A big turn. Bonnie announced that she wanted to turn her baby shower into what she called a golden shower. Sheila immediately looked uncomfortable, and to be honest, so did I. As the conversation continued, Sheila pointed out, "This is your baby. This is your child." And Bonnie responded by saying, "Again, my body. This is what I'm choosing." Now, I'm not going to go into all the details because this isn't that type of channel. But let's just say the plans she described involved mixing traditional baby shower activities with ideas that many people found controversial. And judging by the reaction online, a lot of people were uncomfortable. In fact, I got to that point in the interview and thought, nope, that's enough for me. I switched it off. Not because I hate Bonnie Blue, not because I was offended. I just sat there thinking, what on earth am I listening to? Now, here's where some people might disagree with me, because although I don't agree with what she does, I respect the work ethic. Notice I said work ethic, not the content, not the choices, the work ethic. Because whether people like it or not, she has built a brand. She understands marketing. She understands attention. She understands how to keep people talking about her. And in today's world, attention is a currency. She's making money. She's running a business. She's paying tax. And she's not sitting around waiting for somebody else to solve her problems. Now, before anyone asks, no, I don't have an OnlyFans account. I do, however, own a fan that cools me down during summer. And trust me, that's about as close as I get. But here's the bigger question, and this is where I want you involved. At what point does chasing attention go too far? Because Bonnie Blue isn't the only person doing controversial things for headlines. Social media is full of people pushing boundaries, trying to shock people, trying to go viral, trying to stay relevant. Some people call it smart marketing. Some people call it desperation. Some people call it freedom of choice. Others call it a step too far. As for me, I don't agree with what she does. I wouldn't encourage it. It's not for me. But she's an adult. She's making her own decisions, and she has the right to do what she wants with her body and her time. The real debate isn't Bonnie Blue. The real debate is why controversy gets rewarded so heavily in modern society. Why attention often becomes more valuable than talent. And why the most shocking headline is usually the one everybody talks about. So tell me what you think. Do you respect the hustle but disagree with the content? Do you think she's gone too far? Or do you think adults should be free to make their own choices and everyone else should mind their own business? This has been PWC Real Talk. And trust me, I wasn't expecting that interview to end the way it did.